Hi there, this is a lovely upper body focused workout using our resistance band and an interval timer. Now, as I always say, if you don't have a resistance band, you can do these exercises just by moving the arms and really flexing the muscles. Or you can do these, holding on to some light weights if that's what you have instead. Or a pair of old tights is always something that I would recommend. Okay, so we're going to do intervals of 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. And I will get started now. So go grab your resistance band. And we're going to start with the band underneath 1 or 2 feet. Roll the shoulders back and then lift the arms up in front to shoulder height. Now keep the knees softened, keep your core tight and avoid going into any sort of back extension. So if you're only lifting the arms up a little bit, then that is fine. That's preferable than lifting higher and feeling your back go into that extension. If you need to, give yourself a little bit more of the band, a little bit more elastic by removing 1 foot. And a lot of this will depend on the strength of the band that you're using. Good, last one, and a little rest. Okay, next is the tricep extension. So we do need the band just underneath 1 foot this time. Can be a little difficult to get into the right position. If you put it underneath your heel and then kind of hook your thumbs under the band, keep the elbows close in, knees are bent. Now we just lift the arms up, pressing the hands up towards the ceiling, keeping those elbows really close in to your head. So you feel this down into your triceps. Breathe out on the exertion. Sometimes coming forwards into this sort of lunge position is good. Gives you a wee bit more steadiness. 10 more seconds. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Brilliant. Okay, next exercise. We're just going to work one arm at a time. So we're going to do a lateral lift. We're going to work the right arm only. So put your left hand onto your hips. 1 or 2 feet under the band, whatever you prefer. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and lift. So you're lifting just one arm. Again, no higher than shoulder height. I need a bit more band. Good, lift and lower. So it's easy to adjust this by giving yourself more or less resistance band to use. Sometimes as well online you can buy resistance bands of different strength. So it's good to have a light, a medium, and a strong, and then see if you can progress up through the different strengths. Good, we're into the last 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to come down onto our knees and do these high kneeling. So this time, the band comes underneath your knees. We're going to start off with that frontal lift again. So hands out in front. Shoulders rolled back. Go diagonally so you can see a wee bit better. Ready? And lift. Arms coming up in front. Now obviously you've got more band now because your knees are closer to your shoulders than your feet are. So if that is too easy for you, just hold the band closer to the knees. Good, now use your core to avoid again that back extending. Good, last 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. We'll do one more because I think there was a couple of seconds left after the beat when we got started. Now the next one in this position is bicep curls. So just keep the elbows really nicely close in towards the body. Hold on to your band and then just curl the hands up to the shoulders. Now again, adjust where you're holding onto the resistance band to give yourself resistance. Okay? So it should be challenging as you get to the end of the 40 seconds. Again, use your core to hold your body nice and strong and avoid any extension in the back. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the lateral lift, but with the other arms. We're going to do the left arm this time. So band underneath your knees and hold on wherever you need to. Opposite hand, bring your right hand to your hips and then lift and lower. Good. No higher than your shoulder height. Adjust where you're holding. Make sure your resistance is strong enough, but not too strong that you're sacrificing your form. So again, on these side ones, you don't want to be leaning over. You want to hold your body really steady. So you're just using that arm power. But if you do have your hand on your hips here or on your waist, you'll feel those core muscles flexing and tensing as well as you lift. Last couple. Okay, brilliant. All right, now we're going to do some press ups. So I'm going to stick to my knees. Okay, now put the resistance band around your shoulders. This is going to add a little bit of extra resistance. And then, I'm a couple of seconds after, just getting myself organized. Okay, so hands underneath your shoulders. We'll go for an extra 10 seconds after this, okay? Ready? And go. Press down and up. And the resistance band just gives you a little bit more resistance and pressure when you're doing these press-ups. Good. 5 or 15 more seconds. I forgot I have to go for another 10. Good. Remember, you're free to hit pause if you need longer for the transitions as well. Okay, good. Right, so now we're going to repeat all of those. So back up onto your feet, band underneath your feet and into those frontal lifts. Good. No extending through the back. Hold the core nice and strong as we lift and lower the arms. No higher than shoulder height. If you need to, give yourself a wee bit more resistance band, more elastic to work with. Good, 10 more seconds. Brilliant. Next up is the tricep extension. So bring the band underneath your heel and then lift it up, hooking your thumbs in underneath it or grabbing hold of the ends if you don't have these loopy ones. Good. Come forwards into this lunge step, elbows close in and press the arms up. Good. Don't let the elbows go wide when you're doing this. Good, nearly there. Hang on in there. 10 more seconds. Good, last one. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to do the standing lateral lift on your left arm. So band underneath 1 or 2 feet. I think I needed it under just 1. Put your right hand onto your hips and then when you're ready, lift. Good. Again, no leaning over to the side as you're lifting the arm. And don't worry if you're not getting up as high as your shoulder, just don't go any higher. So that's where I want the resistance to be tough enough that it stops you when you get to your shoulder. I find the arm exercise is really, really challenging for me, so upper body strength is something I struggle with personally. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Down onto your knees for the frontal lift, kneeling frontal lift. So band comes underneath your knees. You see I have the towel here as well for the extra support and padding for my knees. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and lift and lower. Holding onto the band wherever you need to, that it's tough to get up to shoulder height. Good. Breathe out on the exertion. Nearly there, 20 seconds. Good. Brilliant, keep going, last 3 seconds. Good, and stop. Next up is your bicep curls. So we don't need to alter the position of the band. You can just stay as we are. Keep the elbows close in. Start with your shoulders nicely rolled back. Head held nice and high. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Lift and lower, hands to shoulders. Brilliant. Good. About another 12 seconds or so. Remember to adjust, make sure you're working yourself hard enough, because I'm not there in person to shout at you. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next up, you're going to do your lateral lift. So we're going to do the right arm this time. So bring your left hand onto your hips. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and lift and lower. Good. Remember, no leaning over to the opposite side as you lift. Slow it right down if you need to. Give yourself more band if you need to. But it should be tough enough that it stops you when you get to shoulder height. It's good if you can do this somewhere that you can see yourself as well, so you can check the height of your arms and you can check the alignment of your body. Good, last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, last round of press ups now. Try and get us, try and get myself into position before the beats. So band comes in behind your shoulders. Go up onto your toes if you're super strong. And go. Brilliant. Adjust that resistance band. If you want more resistance, go on ahead. Or if you need no resistance, just remove the band completely and don't worry about using a band. Good, we're nearly there. Brilliant, last 10 seconds. We can do this. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Good. Okay, just get rid of the band and we'll tangle up in it. And we will do a little bit of stretching. So standing or kneeling or seated, whatever you prefer. And just pull your right arm across the chest, being mindful not to press onto the elbow. So we want to feel a nice stretch across sort of the the outside of your shoulder here. Good, and just hold and breathe for a few breaths. So yes, this workout could be done with dumbbells or resistance bands of any strength. Swap over to your other arm. And if you do have any questions about equipment or anything to use, just drop me a message and I'll help you out. Good, then lift your right arm up towards the ceiling, bend it down, bring your left hand to the right elbow and press it back and down just to give the tricep a little stretch. Dropping your chin down towards the chest. Good, then left arm up, hand down, right hand over to your left elbow, press it back and down. Lovely. Then just bring your hands together behind your back and pull the arms away to get a nice stretch over your chest. Brilliant. Well done. Another tough upper body workout complete. I really hope you liked it and I will see you on another video soon.